All right, we are here at the ABA Tech Show 2017 with none other than Barbara Leach from Bleach Law, based in Orlando, Florida. So, Barbara, thank you for being here with us.
Of course, I love you guys. Happy to be here.
Thank you. And Barbara is one of the chairs of the show?
I'm on the Tech Show planning board.
Okay.
Please don't make me a chair. That's too much work and responsibility.
Okay. So today we're going to talk a little bit about why you started your firm, some tips for other attorneys that are thinking about going solo, and advice you have for them. So why did you start your firm?
I started my firm because I wanted some autonomy in both the kind of law I wanted to practice and the people with whom I wanted to practice. And I wanted the opportunity to have a more active lifestyle where I wasn't required to sit and bill hour after hour.
You were working at a corporate firm before, right?
I was. Big 1,100 attorney firm.
Working late hours?
Yes,
crazy.
Weekends, going to dinner, coming back.
Right. Yeah, so when you started your firm, how were you going to get the word out? I think you did like a party in the beginning.
I did. It was almost like I was planning a wedding. I wanted to let everyone I knew, both my Outlook contacts, my Facebook contacts. I don't know if people make the connection that Facebook friends should also be professional friends. So I went through a process of identifying all of my Facebook friends at the time. I think it was like 1,000.
Oh my God.
And translating their Facebook contacts into Outlook contacts. So when I started the party planning process, I actually started it probably like 4 months before the event, not because I needed that long to throw a party, but because I needed to really cultivate that invitation list. And it was a long time to get those people into my Outlook contacts. So all that is to say, I ended up sending out about 1,500 invitations to my law firm launch party. I know. Now, no way were 1,500 people going to come, but I knew that I wanted everyone to know and that they were invited and put on notice that Bleach Law was opening its doors. And to my credit, or to my friends' credit, we actually had over 200 people come to a half an hour on a Thursday night.
Crazy. So do you recommend doing the same strategy for other people looking to start their firms?
Absolutely. Now, don't expect to have 200 people come. Like, I wanted 30. I thought if I had 30, that was
You'd
great.
be happy.
Yeah, and I had an RSVP deadline that was about 2 weeks before the event, so that I started to know so I could talk for catering purposes.
Oh, you catered?
Well, no, and catering, really, that's code for me going to Costco. But I wanted to know what the number was so that then I could also who had RSVP'd, so I could follow up with people who I hadn't heard from. Because oftentimes people want to come to an event, but they forget, and it's the follow-up that really increases your numbers. So the advice that I have for people doing that is don't expect huge numbers, but whatever your number is you land on, own that number. So if 5 people come to your party, don't be all hangdog, like this is the crappiest event
Take advantage of those 5 people.
Yes.
Get the word out.
Show them an awesome time. So those 5 people are going to be like, oh my gosh, you missed this blowout of Babs. You should have been there. It was fantastic.
You all went home with goodie bags of tons of food.
Yes. So I think it was the best thing that I did for my practice. Because another thing is, I didn't just invite lawyers. I invited non-lawyers. And oftentimes people don't know how to hire a lawyer, or they don't know are you a subject matter expert? No, they judge you by the quality of your business card. And as it turns out, by the quality of the party you throw. So I immediately, my firm immediately had credibility because I threw that party.
Amazing.
I know, crazy.
And people know what you practice now. So what do you practice? Tell everyone.
I do mostly family law and some consumer bankruptcy and civil litigation. I know there's a push out there that we should all be niche focused.
That's not so bad.
But I like the variety. I like to work with different kinds of clients. And since it's my practice, again, the autonomy, I get to do what I want.
Awesome. Amazing. So I know you spoke yesterday about using iPads in the office.
Yes.
So give us like a quick tip on using iPad. Why should attorneys use iPads in the office?
Well, it depends. Not to sound like a lawyer. My colleague with whom I presented,
Who's that? What's his name? Tom. Okay.
Sorry. He was really focused on using iPads in the courtroom.
Oh.
And
for what purpose exactly?
Well, for exhibit marking, for blowing up evidence.
Oh, on the projector, on the screen.
And having every file in the iPad as opposed to hard copies of anything. I mean, it's just very compact
Right.
and easy to use
Right.
based on the software that he was suggesting use. So that was really his focus. Mine was really productivity and efficiency and the ability to run my practice remotely.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So one of the things we talked about, actually, PracticePanther came up because you guys have a great app that allows you to, well, not you, or maybe you, people to use your software on the iPad. So I can keep track of time. I can generate bills. I could do notes. I could do tasks. All of that.
Get your documents, intake forms, all from the iPad.
I don't have to be chained to my office or even to a cumbersome laptop. Got it right there. It's very portable.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then your other topic you spoke about was going paperless, right?
Yes.
So what's the one biggest tip you have for attorneys of going paperless? And why should they go paperless?
Why should they go paperless? For one of two reasons. Either to be more productive, efficiency, or to save money.
So efficiency meaning they're going to save a lot of time searching for a document in one click instead of going through folders and all that stuff.
Well, that's just one of the ways in which you can be efficient. The other way is just creating a pleading index. For those of us who've ever had to do it ourselves, or if you've been in a big firm, if you had great support, it takes time and energy to scan and then to create the tabs and everything. So when you're paperless, it's just you. Nowadays, most states require electronic service. So you've already got a PDF copy of whatever that filing is. Just rename it. Or if you're actually in the federal system, PACER provides you the name of the document. So you can just copy that email subject line and make that the title of that PDF you're saving.
Genius.
So it could not be quicker and easier. So that's one of the ways I think that you're saving money because you're saving time because you're not paying staff. Or if you're a true solo and you're probably not billing your client $200 to $400 an hour to create a pleading index. So that's time that you're putting back on the table that you can now
billable hours.
Exactly. Now, which is ironic since I started this conversation with no billable hours or fewer billable hours. But if I'm going to be working, I want to be making as much money as I can.
Exactly.
You asked the question though, what is the first thing that lawyers can do? Or it doesn't have to be lawyers, it can be staff members. Because although typically staff is the most resistant to change, so you've got to get buy-in from them. But I actually think that's short-sighted on their part. They don't want change, but at the same time, we all want
it's going to help them. It's going to help them, So
hopefully, the first thing that you do is you kind of get a little paradigm shift. I know that's so 90s to use that expression, but it's still appropriate. So you get a little bit of a paradigm shift, and then the next thing you do is I think you objectively look at how paper flows through your office. Where does paper come in? Where does it go out? And where does it get clogged up? And then you take one discrete project and you try and create a little system for that. Because if you try, we're all going to
let's do everything, the whole office tomorrow. You're going to overwhelm everyone. It's never going to happen. They're going to forget about it. And they're going to hate you for trying to implement it. And you're going to feel, frankly, like a failure. So let's just do something small, succeed at it, give ourselves a pat on the back, little high fives with the whole team. Get the procedure going and then just scale it up. Okay, amazing. Like an example of that, if I may, is one of the first things I did was instead of mailing out my bills, started emailing. Oh, so easy. So easy, but yet so hard. But this is how we've always done it. This is and people take it more seriously when they get something hard in the mail. Not true. People want something where they can click. It's quick. It's easy to pay by credit card. And now with the new software, you can just automate payment reminders. You haven't paid yet. It automates the follow-up. So technology. That simple thing not only saved me time, but also money, envelopes, stamps, following up, phone calls from the paralegal. Everything's automated. So that was the first thing that I did in terms of what am I going to try that's paperless. Amazing advice. But it goes back hand in hand. I can talk about this for hours. You know this. I know you got to run. You're busy today. Sorry, this is so fun. We just have such a great time talking. Talk there for hours. I know. Keep that tape. We're talking about cookies now. Let's get into the cookie business. What's really awesome is if you think about it, going paperless
really goes hand in hand with learning how to use your iPad. Like you develop one philosophy, I'm going to start using my iPad more.
Right.
That naturally rolls over into I'm going to start being paperless. Yeah. That should be hyphenated. Paperless.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought of this. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the best.
Oh, you
Thank you as always for being here.
Anytime.
Barbara Leach, everyone. Bleach Law with the Chihuahua. You'll see pictures on Instagram. Follow her. Yes. What's your website? Facebook, Instagram?
Bleachlaw.com.
Bleachlaw.com.
Instagram is Chihuahua. CHILAWHUA.
Okay.
And now
your mascot.
Now Babs Bakes Bliss.
Oh my God!
Cookie pictures coming.
Awesome. All right, we're here at the ABA Tech Show 2017 with Barbara Leach. Thank you so much, everyone.
See you next year.
Woo!